Hello everybody, I hope all is well. Today I'm going to be talking about the true power of keeping kosher. What one has to understand is the main reason that we keep kosher is because Hashem commanded us to do so. Because it is a commandment found in the Torah. That is Hashem's will. And that becomes our will. And as we know, will is above wisdom. Sometimes you have a feeling that something is the right thing to do. You have a feeling inside you, a will to do something for someone else. That will is beyond even the reasoning behind it. It is just embedded in you. So keeping kosher is Hashem's will and it's our will as well. With that being said, there are many interesting side benefits of keeping kosher, or secondary reasons why we keep kosher. Of course, the main one being to serve God. But here are some interesting benefits and secondary reasonings for keeping kosher. And as we know, man's will can be flawed. Man's wisdom can be flawed. So we can't rely on our own wisdom to follow. We can't rely on our own wisdom for everything. Because as we know, our wisdom can be flawed. We have to trust in God and obviously learn a lot about the different subjects and inform ourselves. But initially, we can't just rely on our wisdom when we have no wisdom on that subject. We have to go out and find the wisdom. And until that wisdom comes in, we have to have some trust. And now here are some benefits to keeping kosher and secondary reasonings for it. One of them is obviously the health reasons. Obviously, if one keeps kosher, he will be more likely to eat healthier foods, and the kosher food in general are healthier. As we know, many unkosher animals eat their own waste, and that could be problematic. Also, another very big benefit to the kashrut and a moral reasoning behind it as well is the humane treatment of animals, and the fact that when a kosher animal is slaughtered, it is done in a perfect way, in a way that the animal will feel no pain at all. And that is the indication, that is the reasoning for the certain slaughter, is to ensure that the animal does not feel any pain once it is slaughtered. And that to me always felt quite rewarding in a sense and reassuring, is the fact that when I was eating kosher food, I knew that this animal did not suffer in the process of its slaughter. Another thing one has to understand is that every person and animal as well has a spirit. And different animals have different types of spirits. A dog has a different spirit than a lion, which has a different spirit than a fish. And the reason that we don't eat predators such as lions or tigers and so on and so forth, crocodiles, is because we're very careful not to ingest that type of animal which has a dangerous spirit to it, in a sense, an aggressive nature. As we know, a lot of our tendencies are found in our spirit, which is found in our blood. A lot of an animal's hormones and how they're feeling is found in their blood. Whether you're looking from a spiritual aspect or a physical aspect, they're both the same. An animal, it has a spiritual nature, like a lion has a spiritual nature to be aggressive, that's found in the blood. And in the revealed physical way, that's their hormones. And we're careful not to eat animals like that, where we could, God forbid, absorb some of that aggressive nature. Some other benefits to kashrut is the discipline that it entails. Being able to discipline yourself to eat kosher and all that comes along with it will allow you to be stronger in your service of God, will allow you to be closer to God and give you that ability to follow through in situations and to stay more organized. And it is really truly a great way to connect to God. It gives you great discipline. And it reminds you who you are. When you remember, listen, I can't go to McDonald's. I can't have that cheeseburger. It's not kosher. When you do that, it reminds you who you are, and it also reminds the people around you who they are. And it shields you against assimilation. When you eat kosher, it's gonna prevent you from going to very unkosher situations. And it shields you against assimilation because, look, once you start eating kosher, you're going to start going out, making different decisions, compromising certain things, okay? And then slowly but surely, one could lose their tradition. So it reminds you who you are. And of course, regardless of all these side benefits, again, the main reason we do it, and essentially the only reason we do it, is because we're commanded to do so. And in that, we're connecting ourselves to the infinite creator. We're connecting ourselves to him, and we're making him very happy. And in Kashrut, you see revelation of God's wisdom, because the Torah perfectly predicts all the animals that are kosher, not kosher, and the ones that are in between, that show signs of being kosher but are truly not kosher. And it lists all those specific ones. Until today, they are unable to find any other animals which have those certain deceiving characteristics. They cannot find any outside of which that are mentioned in the Torah. And don't forget, the Torah was written 3,500 years ago. And even now, with genetic modifications, they still cannot genetically modify an animal to defy what was written about their tendencies in the Torah. So that is something that truly impresses me. And this is really the power of Kashrut. And I hope you all enjoyed this video. Thank you so much for watching. God bless you.